Hey lovelies, if you are returning, welcome back. If you're new, then welcome to the family. Today we're going to be doing some sauce for seafood boils, or if you want to use it to do your meat or whatever, that's totally up to you. You can use it for whatever, but generally I use this for seafood boils. So I've got my pot here on the stove and it's on a low heat. I'm going to turn it up to medium. There we go. And I've got here 1 kg of butter. I'm using a salted butter, okay, so I don't have to add too much salt to the recipe. So that's just going to let that melt down. Okay guys, so over here I've got another plate with my seasoning. So I've got 1 large onion, or if you haven't got a large one you can add 2 of the smaller ones. You can also add more if you want. I've got half of a Scotch bonnet here that I've just cut up. I've got 3 red bell peppers or sweet peppers, whatever you call them where you are. And I've also got 2 small tomatoes, or you can use 1 large one, totally up to you. And then in my dish here I've got 16 pegs of garlic that I've just grated. It's fresh garlic. You can use one from the tub if you want. That's totally fine. I prefer to use a fresh garlic. I find it gives a better taste for the sauce, okay? So I'm just going to let this butter melt down and then I'll come back and show you guys next step. Alright love, so that's all melted down now. So what you're going to do is add your onions and your garlic into the melted butter. Guys, if you want to add more garlic, onion, sweet peppers, anything you can do. If you want to put less, you can do. Just bear in mind that I've done it to how I do it. So if you do change it and it doesn't taste exactly like mine, you can't blame me for it. Just going to add in my garlic. And you just want to mix it in so that it's all around the pot and not just settled in one place. So you get a nice even flavour right throughout. Just wash your hands out. So I'm going to go in and add my dried spices now. Put 1 tablespoon of dried chilli seeds. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of dried parsley. Tablespoons of mixed herbs. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of tarragon. I've got half a tablespoon of paprika in this one. just going to give that a mix, and then we'll move on to the next ones. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm using table salt, guys. Use whatever salt you prefer to use. Like I said, I'm not putting too much because I use the salted butter, so be mindful of that. But if you want to add more, then that's totally up to you. Got my ground ginger here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. So just have to shake that a bit there. I'll put 1 tablespoon of the ground black pepper. One tablespoon of dried fish seasoning. That's the Dunsborough one I'm using if you're not familiar with my channel, and the seasonings that I use. And then my all-purpose seasoning, I'm going to go with 2 tablespoons. And that too is Dunsborough. Smells so good already. Like I said, I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of soft brown sugar. Got some balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to go in with 4 tablespoons. I've got some Knorr stock cubes here, so I've got 2 chicken ones and I've got 4 fish ones. So I'm going to add them all in. Don't worry about breaking them up or anything. It's on the heat with liquid, so they will dissolve in themselves once you start mixing your sauce. Okay, so once you've added that all in, you just want to turn it down to a low heat, because then you're going to add in the rest of the ingredients and you're going to leave it to just simmer for quite a while, so you can reduce down everything and get your flavour that you need. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil just for adding to depth of flavour. And then I'm going to add in the rest of my seasoning. So I'm going to put in my sweet peppers and my Scotch bonnet and my tomatoes now. Guys, please, when you're using the Scotch bonnet, if you're not familiar with it and you don't know how hot it is or whatever, if you've got children dealing with or anything like that, please make sure you wear gloves, because the heat does linger after a while and you can burn yourself. If you touch yourself in your eye, if you touch a child or whatever, you can actually burn your skin or their eyes. So just be mindful of that. I'm gonna wash my hands off so I don't touch nothing. Okay guys, so I'm just going to mix this in and then just leave it to cook down and do its thing. You don't need to do too much at this point. All we're literally waiting for is just to have the sweet peppers and tomatoes and everything else just cooked down nicely, so that we can pick it up easily. Okay, so I'm just going to put on the lid now, leave that to cook down, probably leave it for around 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you when it's done. Okay loves, so it's been cooking for around 30 minutes now since I put in the sweet pepper and tomatoes and everything. So I'm just going to mix it and just show you. So that's basically what it is looking like. So guys, all you have to do is just mix it at intervals. So I'll probably say give it about 5-10 minutes and then give it a mix, because what happens is you leave it too long, it will start to burn and stick to the bottom of the pan. So you just want to make sure that you give it a mix every so often to make sure that that doesn't happen. But that's it. So that's how you make it, guys. Feel free to share your opinions or your questions or anything, as always, in the comment section, guys. Feel free not to troll, because if you do, it will be shut down with immediate effect. Like the video, share it, remember to subscribe and tell everybody about it, guys. So there you go. Okay love, so this is our end results, and this is smelling and looking so amazing. The lighting is off, but let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. Okay guys, so there you go. Feel free to use it for whatever meat you want to use it with, whatever fish or however you want to do it. I use it personally for seafood boils, and in the mornings I'll do my boiled eggs and I'll have the sauce with it. Okay, so you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. I would recommend, if you're not going to use all of it in one go and you're not doing a massive seafood boil, or you don't have like a lot of people coming over or something, just separate it into a container that you can just freeze some in the freezer, and then you can just take off a square, melt it down in the microwave in a microwavable bowl and then you can use it as and when you feel like it, because that's what I do. So I make this big portion, freeze it off, and then I just use a small amount at a time. Obviously let it cool down fully before freezing it, otherwise it will go funny on you. Okay, so there you go guys, enjoy, see you on the next one.